Hey guys, Sean C. Phillips here, now live, doing a late night live Friday show. Never done one on Friday. I did one last week on Saturday. I did one like around, I think around this time last Saturday. The main day though that I'm always doing them for sure is after the walk on Sunday. So I will be doing one Sunday, as well. I don't think I'll be doing one tomorrow though. Like I said, I wanted to try out Friday just to see how Friday is. So if any of you guys have any questions or anything, I'll be on here for maybe like an hour and a half or so, something around that amount of time. So if you guys have any questions or anything like that, feel free to ask anything that you guys want. So we'll start going through them here. I'm waiting for people to start coming in. Like I said, I didn't even announce about that I was doing this one, so I figured I would just try it out and see what they're like now and everything, doing one on Friday. The first thing I see here question wise is, what do you think of Call of the Wild from 2020? The Harrison Ford movie. Yeah, I saw that one. I saw a digital code of it. I thought the movie was all right. I didn't like the one thing about the Call of the Wild that was kind of weird to me was like the dog was, CGI. And I mean, I know they could do more with the dog, having the dog be computer generated and everything, but there was just something really strange about seeing a whole movie with the dog being like digital the entire time. And the thing is, it looked really digital in some scenes. You know what I mean? Like there was some times when it seemed okay, but other times it was like, whoa, this is like a really really digital looking dog that just seems so digital. But let's see, yeah, so it was okay, but like nothing like amazing. Like I wouldn't say I absolutely loved it. When Roger said, "Hey Sean, God bless you. You don't know how much you mean to me." Well, thanks so much, Roger, and thanks so much for watching. He also said, "Keep reviewing the movies." What's up? I'm getting drunk. My jaw is numb. Hey Sean, me and you have the same birthday, and both our moms are named Gina. I mentioned that before. Well, actually, my mom's name isn't really Gina. That's kind of like the online name. And where we got that name was at Universal Studios Florida. They have the ET ride, and you go through it, and like you can have ET like at the end of the ride. You tell the person when you go through the queue. They say, "What is your name?" And you can tell them whatever your name is. Then they give you this card, and you scan the card and go through. So basically, what it does though is at the end of the ride, since they scan your card when you get on the ride for the vehicle you're on and everything, then it says goodbye, Gina. You know what I mean? Like it says the name and all that kind of stuff. And I see a $10 super chat here from Sober Sunsets. Thanks so much, Sober Sunsets, for your $10 super chat. Like I said, guys, really appreciate the super chats. A big help for the channel and everything. So thanks so much. But he asked, "What do you think of Rob Zombie's movies?" I know with Rob Zombie is kind of like Eli Roth. It's kind of like some people really like his movies or some people really don't. It's almost like there's like no in between. It's either you really like him or you have a big problem with him. When it comes to Rob Zombie though, I really like his movies. Like I like House of a Thousand Corpses a lot. I remember when that movie was originally going to come out. It was supposed to come out like in 1999, and then had like a big delay, and there was all sorts of delays with it, and all sorts of problems and everything. And then like I think Universal Studios didn't want to release it, and then it was just kind of sitting around for a year or two before it came out, maybe even longer. It might have been like 2 or 3 years, but like I really liked it. I really liked Devil's Rejects. I also really did like his Halloween remake. I mean, I thought the second one wasn't amazing, but the first one, I thought it was actually, I mean, it was very watchable. I really liked it. I mean, it's not, and same with Three from Hell. I liked that one a lot. So for the most part, I pretty much liked everything that he's done. And like I said, so Sober Sunsets, thanks so much though for your super chat donation. Let's see here. Um, Let's see. Hey, Sean, are you going to be buying the movie Urban Cowboy for the first time on Blu-ray on June 2nd? Yeah, I've never seen that movie, so I don't know much about that one at all, but like it definitely looks like an interesting one. So I'm definitely for sure going to have to check that one out. But like I said, that's one of those ones I never had heard about really. I mean, I feel like maybe I heard the name, but not much. It's like one of the kind of more under the radar ones, I think. It's Friday for you, Sean, but Saturday for me too. Yeah, well, technically it just turned Saturday since it's midnight now. What do you think of the A24 collection of films and the upcoming ones? I don't know which ones are upcoming. I know there's the one upcoming that's like with the religious theme one about the woman like walking on glass or like putting glass in her shoes or something, which looked kind of interesting. It had the Billie Eilish song in it. I don't remember what it's called though, but I've liked a lot of A24 movies. The thing is though, I've noticed with A24 though, is sometimes they can be slightly hit and miss. For the most part, like I'd say about 80% of the time the movies are really good. But then there's some of them that are kind of like that don't go to theaters and they sometimes only end up getting like burn on demand releases and stuff like that, which I don't like as much. So sometimes some can be a little bit better than others, but for the most part, I think they put out some really great stuff, like of course, Uncut Gems and you know, Good Time and Ex Machina. There's like so many different ones. The Witch, Hereditary, Midsummer. So like I really like their stuff. I watch the old Around the Towns every night to fall asleep. Well, thanks so much for watching them, Richard. Yeah, there's a lot of really fun ones, and it's also kind of cool with the Around the Towns, the old ones, to see like the way things have changed so much, and like see things that don't exist anymore, and all that kind of stuff. It's 8 a.m. in the UK time for breakfast. What time you got? Well, right now here it's 12:10. Vinegar Syndrome is having a sale for their Black Friday today to Monday. I know Vinegar Syndrome has a bunch of really cool ones on there that they just put up for sale. Hey Sean, you're awesome. Uh, when are you going to change your profile picture? I don't know. I always feel weird about changing profile pictures because I feel like when people kind of know them and they know like the look and like they're so used to seeing it, it's always weird about changing it. And you worry like, are people gonna like still know it's your channel or all that kind of stuff. So I never change too much of that stuff around. For the most part, I kind of like have a look of it, and then I feel like eventually I might, do it at some point. Someone says uh, someone says you're streaming quite late tonight. You must be busy, fellow. Well, yeah, we went out. We did the walk. And we didn't get back till a little later because we had to go to Target beforehand. I had to get some things because like the refrigerator and freezer broke. Like and we had to get a new one about a week or so ago. Like everything in there spoiled. It was a big mess, and like it was like the back of it was all messed up, and it was one of those things. We had it for 10 years, and it was kind of like we were putting it off and all that kind of stuff. So I'm glad we did it, but we had to go and get more food for it to fill the thing up and all that kind of stuff. So we were a little bit later and all that kind of stuff. And today was a long day because I filmed something today for this horror movie over Zoom, which should be pretty cool. Movie that has Felissa Rose in the movie, and a bunch of really cool people are in it. So it should be a really cool movie. It's kind of like an Unfriended kind of film. So I filmed that today as well. Let's see here. Make sure I don't miss any of these questions. Let's see, where was I now? Do you most? Hey Sean, can I get a follow? Let's see. When did you first noticing? Where on your body did you first start noticing your weight loss? Like where in my body did I first noticing the weight loss? Probably like in my stomach area because like I noticed like pants and everything, like because I remember when I was going through the whole weight loss, I kept on going through so many belts like were continuously getting screwed up. Like I mean they kept getting too big. So that was the biggest thing, was like in my waist area and the belts, because I had to keep on buying belts every month or so. It was like continuously, oh, this belt's done, and then I would sometimes put like a hole in the belt to try and keep it, so I didn't have to keep buying them again and again and again. So it was a lot of that, like trying to preserve the belt and all that. So that was where I really noticed. Let's see here. Have you seen? Does anyone at your job know what you did? YouTube? Well, the main thing I do is YouTube. That's my main thing, is the YouTube and acting. When I worked at movie theaters, I used to work at Regal Cinema Hunt Valley back when I was in Maryland. And of course, I was still doing YouTube then, and they knew about YouTube, and some of the people appeared in the videos and that kind of stuff. But yeah, some people know about that YouTube stuff like that I meet in real life, like when I was at the gym, because the gyms are closed. But like, in real life, some people know about it. But if they ask, kind of that kind of stuff. Have you seen the Runaway Train from 1985? Yeah, the movie with Eric Roberts. That was a pretty good movie. Like I like that one. Can't wait for Universal to reopen. Yeah, I know Universal is going to open in Florida. I think in like the June 1st or 5th or something like that. Are you ready to get bloody in Texas and Butcher's Bluff? No, I will. I will. Will, who's the director of Butcher's Bluff? Yeah, I cannot wait to shoot that. I think he's in August. Yeah, I can't wait to do it. I'm really excited about that. And Joe Castro for Butcher's Bluff made this amazing cut off head of mine. If you guys didn't see the pictures, which is like amazing. He did such a great job on that. Did you watch the trailer for the Grudge TV series? I was the one who sent the trailer to you on Facebook. Oh yeah, I saw that, Mike. I still have to watch that thing. Good morning, Sean. How are you and the family? Does Lulu still like KFC chicken? Yeah, she likes KFC chicken. The problem though is sometimes, as my dad was saying in the last video, sometimes the breasts are very small and dry. And then we have to go and get it more often. So that's the biggest pain, is when it's small breasts and dry breasts at KFC. Have you heard of the Young Indiana Jones show? You should get the box set. Each episode is really long, but it has a really good production value. I saw some of those back in the day, and I remember when they were releasing them on VHS. I think they're kind of hard to find now, I think, because I never recall seeing them very often in public or anything like that. And any of you guys who have come on now, I'll probably be on here tonight, so maybe like maybe an hour and a half, a little over an hour and a half. If any of you guys have any super chat questions, the super chat's on, and you guys can ask anything you want in there. Last time, two people were telling me to do like weird stuff, like jumping on the bed and like spinning in the chair. So if there's weird stuff like that, go ahead. And also feel free too to promote anything you want. Like if you have a super chat thing, you can link to your YouTube channel or any of that kind of stuff, or link to any videos or websites or any of that kind of stuff. Good morning, Sean. So I said that one. Have you talked about Indiana Jones? Do you listen to Rob Zombie's music? I don't listen to too much of his music. I did listen to it back in the day, like a more White Zombie back in the day. Hey, Sean, could I get a follow on Twitter? I do movie reviews and whatnot, and just got a lot of movies, and they will arrive soon on Twitter. It's the Movie Buff Guy 3000. Yeah, definitely. I'll look at your Twitter for sure. What are your three top directors currently alive? Three top directors currently alive? That's really tough, like to say. I'm never great at like picking like names out of but I would say people that I always watch that I like, or like Tim Burton. John Waters doesn't do much anymore, but I always liked his stuff. Um, what else do I always watch? Like I don't. I mean, there's so many people that I would like. You know, a lot of people have passed away though that I watch, like Wes Craven, and like stuff like that. Um, Thankful I'm up tonight, and it's because I've been drinking alcohol and been listening to some music. What do you like the most about acting? To me, I just really just like playing different kind of characters and just kind of getting to do wacky stuff and getting to do out there things and all that kind of stuff. Um, grab anything in the Vinegar Syndrome sale? No, I didn't get anything for that because I usually review for them, so I usually get a lot of stuff from them to review. But I definitely will pick up some of them if there's ones of them that they don't have copies of or anything, because there's definitely some really interesting ones this time. Are you ready to work on your Dallas films when they start filming? Yeah, Logan, I can't wait. Like, hopefully I'll be able to do Strix soon. I think that would probably be the one that I would shoot first. Um, and then I don't know when Crave is going to shoot. I hopefully that it will be soon as well. Call of the Wire was one of the best recent children's cartoons. The animated Harrison Ford was very convincing. Well, it wasn't really a cartoon though, because it was a live action movie. I just thought that, I mean, I was watching a 4K code for it, I think, and it just seemed so like, digital. When we said that he drinks were legit, laugh out loud. Um, I mean, some of it was that he was drinking, but that big bottle. The problem is, like I said, Aaron is always like prefabricating things. So I'm sure it was rehearsed with him, and Aaron was like, Brennan, when you drink this, you do it like this, and you go, and you know what I mean. He was probably like showing him how to react to it and everything. Urban Cowboy is a classic. Hey Sean, um, did you like Bohemian Rhapsody, and have you bought it? Yeah, I own a copy of Bohemian Rhapsody. I liked that movie. I thought that was actually a really good like biopic, music biopic. And Todd Benedict, he gave a $5 super chat, and his question was, Have you heard of the cartoon called Robotech? Love cell animation. Let me look up Robotech. I remember the name. I don't remember it too well. Let me see if I can look at the picture. I feel like I remember that name though. Robotech. Let me see how you make sure I spell this right. Tech. Let's see. What does the picture look like? Robotech. I don't think I've seen it, but I definitely have seen pictures of it. Yeah, but I don't think I've seen it though. I have seen pictures of it though. And thanks so much though, Todd, for your $5 super chat. Like I said, guys, really appreciate the super chats. I appreciate them so much. Thanks so much, and a big help to the channel, for the channel and the videos and everything. Devil's Rejects is the only Rob Zombie movie I like. Now, like I said, he's kind of, like I said, hit and miss, but I feel like Devil's Rejects is probably his best one. Like the best, movie that the most people like. Love these streams, great content, Sean. Well, thanks so much for checking them out. Aren't you afraid to sleep all night from all those horror movies you watch? Not really. I don't really get too freaked out anymore. Like, very seldom do I. Why do you still live with your parents? Expensive. I wouldn't even be able to do it out here, honestly. And we get along well, and I don't mind. It's like, and if I getting a date or something, they just come over to the house, and you know what I mean? Like, oh well. And believe me, there's a lot of there's women that, girls that live with their parents too, and believe me, a lot of people. I mean, especially nowadays, the way the world is now, I feel like there's gonna be a lot more people living with their parents, honestly. I see a $5 super chat here from One's Custom Figures. Tell an embarrassing story. Well, one of the most embarrassing stories, there's like two of them, but one of them was, I always think of this, and I still to this day, I don't know why I did this, and like why I didn't like why I was so stupid the way I was acting. But I remember when I was at Ocean City. And I was maybe like 6 years old, maybe. I remember they had a restaurant there, which was one of those ones, and I didn't like it, where you had to cook the food yourself. You had to cook the shrimp. You had to cook the steak on the thing. And as a little kid, I'm like, what is this? I just want to eat this. I didn't. And then I was like real worried, is it cooked all the way and all this kind of stuff. But outside of the place, it was kind of like an area where you walk around. There's like a couple little stores out there and everything. And there was a guy there had this big, huge thing blowing bubbles. Those things when you do the bubbles and everyone was watching. And it was kind of like on this hill. He was kind of on the top of the hill, and it kind of, nearby it was a little hill that he was sort of standing on. And I ended up slipping down the hill in front of everybody. This whole big crowd of all these people watching slipped down the hill, and then I kept on trying to climb back up the hill. And because of this guy with all these big bubbles, I kept falling back down the hill and sliding back down the hill. It was one of the most embarrassing, cringy things that I ever did. And the other time, which was embarrassing, was when I was in the second grade. There was this girl that I liked, and I got the nerve up to invite her to my party, and my birthday party. And I was all about, like, I'm gonna call her up, I'm gonna tell her, and I always liked her too because she reminded me a little bit of a real life Patty Mayonnaise, like if Patty Mayonnaise came to life. And I remember I had the nerve up to invite her, and then the friend of mine, she ended up crapping her pants in there because we went to DZ to Discovery Zone, which was like a place like Chuck E. Cheese. They don't exist anymore, but you crawl through and everything, and she crapped her pants there and smelled up the room, the birthday party room, and it was just this embarrassing thing. So I never forget about that. I've been listening to, but like I said, thanks so much for your super chat. And like I said, guys, thanks so much for you guys who have donated super chats. A big help to the channel. So thanks so much for the support. And feel free to, in any of them, if you want to promote anything, like I said, promote your channel or anything like that. And also, if you guys see anyone on here that has like emojis next to their name, like hats and stuff like that, that's people who become members of the channel. So if that's how they get those things. And like I said, thanks guys too who have joined the channel as well. But you guys can see that underneath the video if you guys want to find out about that. Underneath of all the videos, there's a little thing that says join. Let's see here. Jaws 4K, did you get it? I think I'll be getting a copy of that to review, I believe. Hey Sean, what did you think of Rami Malek as an actor? Yeah, I always liked Rami Malek. I watched the first 3 seasons of Mr. Robot, but then I kind of got tired of that a little bit, because I don't know why. I felt like it seemed like it was just like kept going. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It just sort of seemed like it should have been like 1 or 2 seasons, and then like it was almost like seemed to be like it was supposed to be like that, and then it kind of went on and on. Let's see here. I don't want to make sure I don't miss anything. Where was I now? Are You the Man? When's the next video with Wet Movie? I don't think I'm honestly going to do videos with Wet Movie anymore. Like, he's been on some of his live shows and stuff like that, talking really negative about like independent films, and I know he's kind of hinting at me and that kind of stuff. So I don't really, feel any interest in like doing anything with him again. And he's just got an attitude lately. I don't know how to explain it, but he just sort of seems like, I don't know. I don't know how to. It's one of those things. It's hard to explain. Do you remember when you went to the Barbie aisle on your Blu-ray shopping videos back in 2014? Yeah, I used to go down this aisles and say Barbies, and like everybody used to really like that. I haven't done that in a long time. Are they still doing a remake of the $6 Million Man? I don't know. I don't know. I've not heard much about that. I'm really going to have to have you ever met Christian Slater? No, I never met Christian Slater. I'd love to meet him at like a convention or something. Hey, Coolduder, are you the man? When's the next? I talked about that with Wet Way One. Like I said, I don't know. You never know, but I'm just like not in a big interest in it. Just like I said, the way I don't know, just the way he talks negative about things, and I don't know. My friend wore a black cap that looked exactly like yours, except it was weighted for self-defense, like brass knuckles. He used it on a mugger once. You should get one. It's called a sap hat. I've never heard of that one. Any upcoming releases you're looking forward to? Well, the new Bill and Ted movie is the one I'm most looking forward to. Have you ever had a real job? I mean, I was worked in a movie theaters for 2 years and that kind of stuff. But I mean, like, I'm lucky to be able to do this and to be able to do the acting. And I mean, this is what I really like doing. I feel like in your life, you live one time. You just have to do what makes you happy. You know what I mean? Like, especially now when you see the way the world is and things that happen, it's like you just got to do what makes you happy the best you can. You know what I mean? That's kind of the way I see it. Even more so these days. Take your cap off for a few seconds. Well, I've done the hat off with people who are really into the hat off, and it's their thing for super chats. The Green Knight is one of the most A24 movies I'm looking forward to. I haven't seen the trailer for that one. I need to look at that. Hey Sean, did you like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2014 remake, Greetings from Tijuana? No, I did. I liked that movie a lot. I thought that was actually one of the better remakes. Have you seen Ernest Alpha Kenny Body? No. All I do is drink and get in bed with women. That's what someone said. What's your favorite Quentin Tarantino film? Most recent of his films is Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but I think his best is still Pulp Fiction, though. What speed do you go on the treadmill? Well, I haven't been able to go on the gym for a while now, but speed-wise on the treadmill, usually like 5.3 is what I get up to, something like that. Do you collect steel books? Not really. I get some, but not a ton of them. Sean, I saw Brendan last week. He was upset the burger store was closed. What burger store? I don't even know. Hey Sean, with Tony Hawk Remastered coming to PS4, do you think Gleaming the Cube could finally see a Blu-ray release? I feel like maybe since that movie Rad, which Vinegar Syndrome is releasing on 4K, has gotten so much attention. Maybe I could see them like acquiring a Gleaming the Cube. That would be a great one. KFC was opened. My mom and dad work out at the same time, but they make some noises that are strange, like grunts and happy sounds. Um, let's see. Hey, Coda, what up? Do you ever drink? Not really. I mean, like I did years ago, but I haven't really in a long time. Do a southern accent. Well, man, I ain't got much to say here. My name's Luke Bryan here. Yeah, I'm everyone's favorite judge on America's Got Talent. Everyone likes me because I'm the most relatable. And Katy Perry these days is kind of done. You know what I mean? She's all right. She didn't get too many views on her new video, but me, old Luke Bryan, you pretty much only hear my music on, at Walmart or, when I play a video on America's Got Talent. Yeah, so that's my bad Luke Bryan. And I actually like Luke Bryan. I never listened to any of his music, never heard one of his songs, but he kind of reminds me of Harlan Williams. And I see a $5 super chat here from Matthew Roxas. Matthew Roxas. Thanks so much, Matthew, for your $5 super chat. And like I said, guys, thanks so much for the super chat. I really appreciate them. Do you think Halloween Kills would be the goriest one yet? I heard the director just revealed he filmed the most violent scene ever in the film. I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, like, and is Halloween. I think Halloween Kills is the next one, and then is Halloween Kills the third movie in the newest series. But yeah, I'm definitely interested in seeing it. I really liked the last Halloween though. I thought it was really good because I'm not the biggest fan in the world of the Halloween movies. I like them, but like I'm always been a little bit more into Friday the 13th when it comes to like the series of films. But I still do like Halloween. But I'm like the crazy person who loves part three the best for some reason. I just love watching the third movie. I don't know why. I think it's just because I like the standalone aspect of it and all that kind of stuff. And I see a $5 super chat here from Arnold Stallion. Thanks so much, Arnold Stallion, for the $5 super chat. He says, from 1 to 10, being best, what would you give Godzilla King of Monsters? So Godzilla King of Monsters was the most recent one, and I thought I didn't think that one was as good as the last Godzilla movie, the one before it, but I would probably say like maybe like 7, something like that, because I did really like it though. I still did really like it. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing the next Godzilla movie that's coming out soon, for sure though. But yeah, Arnold Stallion, thanks so much though for your $5 super chat donation, and for supporting the channel. Let's see here. Did you see Doug Bradley started a YouTube channel? No, I didn't see that. Do you have a favorite season of American Horror Story? Probably the hotel, because it was so much like you know um, The Shining, and I like that aspect of that one. And then probably Cult after that. Do you have a favorite? Do you enjoy black and white horror films like Universal Monster films? They were actually some of the first horror films I ever saw as a kid. Were the black and white Universal Monster movies. I used to rent those at Blockbuster. So yeah, I like them. And like other black and white movies that I really like is Freaks, Bad Seed, especially Bad Seed. Like I've watched that movie so many times. I especially love like there's so many quotable lines in there. Like you got those shoes and all that. It's a great movie. If you guys have never watched the original Bad Seed, because there was like a TV remake as well, you guys should definitely check that one out. Vinegar Syndrome has so many announcements. Yeah, no, I know they have like so many different things. What phone do you have? I have the iPhone, so that's basically what I shoot everything on is the iPhone. Did you hear they're making a Scream 5? No, I heard that David Arquette signed on, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that. Seeing where they go with it and everything. Can you recommend me a really good 70s, 80s, and horror movie, something less mainstream that I won't likely seen? Well, I have some videos. I don't know if I done one on 70s. I did one on like 80s horror films. So if you search in the channel, and I usually try to talk about some lesser known ones. Do you redeem all the digital copies that come with the movies? Yeah, like anything digital copy wise that I get, I end up using those ones. I put them on to like because like, a lot of times my parents watch stuff off of there, off of like Vudu and streaming stuff. So instead of me having to find the disc and stuff for them, I put them on there. So yeah, everything I get the code for, I always just have them. And I see Anna May Turner gave a $5 super chat donation and says, "Roll yourself up in your comforter like a burrito and say shrimpy, please." I gotta roll myself up in the comforter now, so I have to move the phone and say shrimpy. So I have to mess this bed all up. All right, and this bed is like kind of made like this weird, so it's like, oh, shrimpy, shrimp. Now the bed is all screwed up, and everyone's gonna say, "Oh, you look like a mess. The bed's all screwed up." So I gotta. Anyone who comes in the room is gonna be like, "Why is this bed a big mess? You seem like a big mess, Sean." But thanks so much, Anna, for your $5 super chat. Yeah, if you guys like me doing stupid stuff, I'll do it in the super chats. And I also see that Arnold Stallion became a member of the channel. So thanks so much, Arnold Stallion, for becoming a member of the channel as well. And if you guys see that, yeah, it's underneath of all the videos. It has a thing that says join. And there's like little emojis you get like next to your name. Like the first one's like a Coolduder hat, and then it kind of moves up, and like the last one you get if like you're a member for a long time will be like a Barbie type thing that you have next to the name, so it kind of moves up and stuff like that. But like I said, thanks so much, Anna, for your $5 super chat. Let's see here. Are you going to do more food shopping videos? It was surprisingly riveting. Also interesting to see what country stock. Yeah, maybe I'll do another one if you guys like those ones. I know I get a lot of grief though about the paper plates. So I don't know if I want to show paper plates anymore because it always like because I'm 34 years old. So I'm sort of used to paper plates my entire life. You know what I mean? So it's like can you recommend? I talked about that one, Laugh Aloud. So Aaron basically taught Brendan how to scam. I mean, listen. I have no idea for sure. You know what I mean? But I know Aaron is all about setting up videos. Like he's Mr. Scripted Reality, and that's a big downfall to channels is when someone comes in and kind of scripts it out because somebody came into my videos. Not MJ or anything like that, but back when I was in Maryland and kind of would come in and take over the channel and kind of tell me what to do, like, oh, do this, we're going to do this, and we're going to do that. You know what I mean? Like, and that's never too fun when you kind of have somebody sort of telling you exactly what to do and all that kind of stuff. Let's see here. And like I said, I'm sorry with the questions though. I know I'm behind, but I try and make sure I get through everyone's stuff. I got Let's Scare Jessica to Death. Duncan Booth, have you seen that? I haven't. Is it Duncan Booth? I've seen Jessica to Death though. Let's Scare Jessica to Death. A lot of people don't love that movie. I really like it. I also really love. It's got like really weird music in it as well, like this sort of trippy, peculiar music. When you go on walks, have you ever run into anyone to try to mess with you? Sometimes, like tonight though, if we see anyone when me and my mom are walking, we put on a mask. But like tonight, this weird guy who was walking real close by us with his dog, he like laughed at us for putting on the mask, and he was like laughing like like this weird guy. Some people are really against masks, and the thing is, I just put them on because you're supposed to. And if I walk by somebody, I'm like, well, I don't want to be like an ass and not put it on. I just feel like it's nice to do that, just show you care about the other. You know what I mean? So I put them on just to do it. But it's weird you get laughed at. But the one night a couple weeks ago we got freaked out because this one guy kept on kind of following behind us. Then we would move to the other side of the street, and then he moved to the other side of the street, so that really creeped us out bad that night. uh, you might be thinking of Gobatek from Small Soldiers, maybe. Chef, let's see here. I think you should do a remake. They should do a remake of Friday the 13th Part 3 and update the 3D. That'd be kind of cool to see like an updated 3D. Sean, I saw Brennan. I think I already said that one. Trying to make sure I don't um, miss anything here. Something because sometimes it cuts down and then I like see it and then it's gone. Let's see here. What do you think of Guillermo del Toro's upcoming Western werewolf movie? I don't think I heard about that one. Would you review my Roger Corman Quarantine Film Challenge submission? It's 2 movies, whenever you get around to it, and DM me. Yeah, and also feel free to post a link in here too. What's your favorite horror movie? Um, Maybe Day of the Dead and Dawn of the Dead. Like those are probably the ones I really like. A YouTuber can be weird looking with a great personality, or great looking with a weird personality. What we should try being less of a douche and stick to off camera podcasts. Well, I don't think it, I mean, like Brandon's fine. Like I mean, everyone has their looks how they look. You know what I mean? I look how I look. Everyone's just how you just gotta work with what you got. But I think sometimes he has like a sort of an attitude sometimes a little bit. Um, um, you get Jaws 4K, not yet, but I should be getting a copy, I think, to review. But if not, I'll definitely be one of those ones I'll for sure be picking up. Best Dario Argento movie, I would say Suspiria for sure, and then Phenomena, and then Opera. Those are like my favorite ones. Scream 5 better be good. I hope so. I mean, I actually like Scream 4 as well. Do you look more like your mom or dad? I don't know, maybe probably more like my dad. I think maybe. Sean, tune into Urban Exploration on YouTube. It's the best paranormal YouTubers. Cabin in the Woods, really good movie. I always like that movie. What kind of music do you listen to? Like a lot of like synth pop kind of stuff, like Churches, Purity Ring, that kind of stuff. If you could choose one movie from any era to go watch in the cinema, the big screen, what would it be? Well, you know how they always would do like Fathom events and they play like Home Alone and like Back to the Future, 1 and 2 and that kind of stuff. Like to me, or like they played the first Bill and Ted movie. I'd like to see the sequels. So like I would love to see like Home Alone 2 in theaters again, or like to see Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey in theaters. Like stuff like that that they don't usually always play. Let's see here. Been a fan of yours since Don and Murph days. Keep up the great work. Well, thanks so much for watching for so long. Have you seen Creepshow? If you mean the Creepshow show, yeah, the show of it I thought was actually pretty good. It's like some episodes are better than others, but the Creepshow movies though I like both of those films. There's a third one as well, which is terrible, but it's like a bad, terrible, watchable movie. I haven't watched it in forever though, but it's like I said, it's awful, but it's not like one of those awful ones where you're like, oh, I gotta shut this off. You know what I mean? Like it's like kind of like a okay watchable one. Have you ever heard of Let's Scare Jessica to Death? Like I was saying, I talked about that a little earlier. I have seen that one. We need a Don and Murph reunion. Maybe someday. You never really know. Have you heard of Scott Atkins? He's a martial arts legend, done disputed movies. Yeah, I've reviewed some of his films. Favorite Chris Farley movie? Probably Tommy Boy, I would say, is my favorite one to watch. Do you have the X Files box set? No, I remember I bought like one season of it on Blu-ray, at like a pawn shop, and it was only like $2. I didn't know that till I checked out, and I already waited in a long line in the place, and I like regretted. I was like, man, they had like all the other seasons, and I bet I could have bought like the whole set of all of them. They weren't in a box set, but they were like the separate seasons. I think they had pretty much all of them. I'm like, man, I could have bought all of them for like $20 or less or something like that. Do you suffer from anxiety, and how do you treat it? No, I have some anxiety. You know what I mean? Like I definitely do. Um, I don't really want to say exactly the way. It's something that's legal in California is a help, especially for sleeping. Are you more excited for Batman or Zack Snyder's Justice League? If you mean like the Batman, the Snyder cut, it'd be interesting to see that. When will you get YouTube Silver and change your name to Cooler Duder? And the coolest duder when you get YouTube Gold. I don't think I ever would ever change my name or anything like that. Just watch Bad Ronald. Thanks for the recommendation. Yeah, the Bad Ronald. I talk about that so much. That's such a great movie. How's it going, buddy? Yeah, hey Kyle. Yeah, everyone's movie buff one. Kyle Rapport's in here. What's your favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movie? Um, Probably I like a lot of, even though I love like Terminator 2. I love watching his comedy movies. Like I've watched like Kindergarten Cop and Twins and Junior so many times. Especially other ones like Jingle All the Way. Like to me, like they're more fun to watch. Talking about shrimp, do you miss those shrimp burritos you used to get? Yeah, I used to like them. Like I had a bad experience though at Del Taco recently. I got the veggie burrito and I bit into it, and there was like this like weird steak meat that somehow was in it. I was like, oh, that was like the first any type of like steak, beef, anything that I ate, because I'm a vegetarian, so I don't really eat meat. I eat from shrimp. That's like the only thing I eat. Um, but it was weird. It was like, ooh. Sean, his McDonald's open. We are on lockdown. McDonald's? Do you mean McDonald's? Yeah, they're open. Do you miss your 1989 Grand Marquis? No, that thing was like problematic, and like the window, the window was broken. The side window. So like if I went to a drive-through, I had to like open the car. It was like really cringy, and like awkward to drive that one. Are you a fan of Lucio Fulci's films like Zombie and Still Living Dead? Yeah, and I just got the Zombie 4K, and that one definitely looks great on 4K. Um, it was Deaf Aaron. Oh well, love you, Coolduder. Do you watch anime? I don't watch much anime. My brother watches it, so he knows a lot about anime. I don't know much about it at all, though. I've seen some stuff, but not much. And Ernest R, he gave a $5 super chat. Thanks so much, Ernest R, for your $5 super chat. Like I said, guys, really appreciate the super chat donations and all the support. Really big help to the channel and the videos. So thanks so much, and thanks so much for you guys too who have become a member of the channel as well. And you guys can find out more about that below. But his question was, do you have Letterbox? I would love to follow you if you do. My Letterbox is so his net Letterbox. If you guys want to follow Ernesto's, it's Neto. Then it's like the slash, the underslash, and then a capital E, and then capital R. But no, I've never made a Letterbox. That's one of the things that people have asked me about a lot, if I have one or anything like that. And I wish I would have made one years and years back. You know what I mean? Like, because I know they've been around for years, so I should have. I really should have a Letterbox account. I don't know why I don't. And I said, thanks so much though for your super chat. Yeah, what do you think of Guillermo del Toro's upcoming Western movie? I talked about that. What was that Joe Franz who tried to take over the channel? Well, a little bit, honestly, with Joe Franz. I mean, like we got along, but anytime he came around, it was kind of like, okay, Joe wants to do this. This is what Joe wants. You know what I mean? It was kind of like we kind of fell off on what we were doing, and like we had kind of a rhythm of making these Donna Murph shorts and our Friday videos back in the day and all that. And then when he came around, it was kind of like we had to kind of drop everything and do things the way, because he could tell us like vlog ideas and that kind of stuff. What's your favorite Marvel or DC? I think Marvel's movies or tend to be a little bit like higher quality made in some senses, with sometimes made with like the digital effects. But I really do like a lot of DC movies, like I really liked the Birds of Prey. I really thought was really good. Wonder Woman was great. Um, let's see here. Thanks for the late stream, Sean. No problem. Thanks so much for coming on and watching. Hey Sean, the best horror movies are the Amityville Horror. No, they're really fun movies. I mean, they're creepy. They got more fun and goofy as they went along, though. I love that you have always. I love you. Your work always wondered why you haven't changed your YouTube pic to a newer one. Yes, maybe sometime I'll finally do it. Joe Franz scripted the videos he was in. Well, he wasn't like it necessarily like it was scripted. It was more like there was like it was like kind of telling us what to do. You know, like the idea. It was like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this, and this is gonna happen, and all that kind of stuff. So you know what I mean? It was kind of like that. And I also see that YouTuber Jeff, you know, or so his name is Jeff, and then it's Overing, became a member of the channel. So thanks so much, Jeff, for becoming a member of the channel. And like I said, if you guys are interested in that, you guys can find below. There's a join thing, and you get like a avatar next to your name. And the longer you're on, it kind of gets new avatars and stuff like that. And like I said too, thanks so much, guys, who have been giving super chats this evening. I really appreciate them, and a big help, you know, and to the channel and the videos and everything. Do you and MJ still talk? No, I haven't talked to him in about 2 years. I think you look like Heath Ledger. Yeah, people have said that we kind of have a similar sort of look. That's why back in the day when we did a Donna Murph, you know, parody for Dark Knight, you know, MJ dressed like the Joker. I feel like if we did it now, I'd be like, I could probably do it. Have you ever bought Chatterbait tokens? Be honest. There's no shame if your answer is yes. No, I've never bought any Chatterbait tokens. Um, let's see here. Thanos did the Jared Actor Greeks review of that movie. Thanos. Wet poopy needs an attitude adjustment, if you know what I mean. What he does look like Heath Ledger. Now I can see it, and I can't unsee it. That's what someone said. Um, let's see here. I think I'm trying to make sure I get caught up on all the questions. I think I'm getting sort. I'm a little still behind though, but I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anything. Have you seen The House of Wax in 1953? I'm about to watch it for the first time. You know, that's a great House of Wax with you know, the 53 one was great. There was also another one that was like in the 30s, I think. But Vincent Price is always great. So House of Wax, you're definitely like that one. Sean, who starred in the $60 Million Man series? I don't actually remember. Um, let's see here. What do you think of the new Suspiria movie? I'm a big fan of Tom York, who scored the movie. Yeah, Tom York from Radiohead. Yeah, his music was great. I actually really liked that movie. I thought that it was a great different take, and it was a much. It was like darker, and the way it was all lit, and everything was real gloom and doomy and everything. I don't know. I really got into it. But it's one of those movies you kind of got to be in the mood for it. You know what I mean? Like it's like if you're not in the mood for it, you won't get into it at all. And so it's that kind of a thing. Hey Sean, have you watched the movie Grease? And yeah, I've seen Grease, and I also saw the Grease live show. You know that Julian Huff was on like a couple years back. What do you think of horror movies being recreated for as TV series? I mean, it's an interesting way to bring more attention to the original films. But you know, I've seen some of the ones, and I know they're going to be doing with the Child's Play one and Hellraiser. So I'm definitely interested in watching them though. Just Before Dawn or Hell Night. Between that, I think Just Before Dawn. I especially always love the music in that because it's like just kind of like these weird, creepy whistling. And then someone says Tourist Trap or Bloody Valentine. Um, Probably Tourist Trap between those two. Demons in theaters. Yeah, the movie Demons was in the theaters. Was Herb happy to know he was missed in the Tuesday video? Yeah, he was actually laying down then. So like when I got back, he was sleeping, taking a nap. So I wasn't gonna wake him up or anything. So that was why he didn't, you know, wasn't in it. And Arnold Stallone said favorite Robert Downey Jr. movie. Um, I know it's not his lead movie, but that he's in. Probably Natural Born Killers. You should make a video showing your Animal Crossing island. Yeah, a lot of times it's copyrighted though. You know what I mean? Like to show stuff like that. So then I don't know. And Ernesto, he became a member of the channel as well. Thanks so much, Ernesto, for your super chat donation as well as for becoming a member of the channel. Really appreciate the support so much. Like I said, guys, thanks so much for those of you who becoming, you know, joining the channel as a member, and those of you who have, you know, done super chat donations. And like I said, our super chats. Some people were telling me to do weird stuff like roll around the bed like a burrito and anything. So if you want me to do weird stuff, I'll do it. Like nothing like super strange, but you know what I mean. Any of that kind of stuff is fine. And also any questions for super chat, and also if you want to promote anything or link to anything. Do you listen to movie review podcasts? If so, which one? I don't listen to too many movie review podcasts. Like I watch like people who do reviews. Like I watch like Chris Stuckman's videos and the Flick Pick and some of the and those kind of ones. Um, I have here's ketchup chips, salt and vinegar chips. I finished a bag of hot chips. Yeah, ketchup chips. You don't see those too often, at least out here. Sean, would you say your favorite horror film is Dawn of the Dead and Day of the Dead? And would you consider George Romero the greatest all-time horror director? Yeah, I really would. I think George Romero is pretty much also one of the most mimicked people in the history of directors. When you look at what he's done and how many people have, I mean, like zombie movies would never have existed in the way that they do now if it wasn't for his, Night of the Living Dead and his films. They should release Pee-wee on 4K. Yeah, I'm hoping that they will because they're releasing soon the Goonies on 4K. So I definitely would think it'd be great because there's also there's definitely a bunch of stuff that they could put new on there feature wise, like because Paul Rubens. I know he's not doing them now because of everything that happened, but he was doing like the Pee Wee tour when he was touring around and everything. So they could definitely put some of that footage on there as well. And I also see we have another member here, One's Custom Figures. He became a member of the channel as well. So thanks so much, One's Custom Figures, for becoming a member of the channel. And thanks so much for your super chat donation this evening as well. What's the scariest movie ever? And I've talked about this a lot, but I usually say Session 9 is a very creepy movie. If you and also it's a movie everyone talks about, but The Shining really is very creepy. If you could choose one sequel to be made for the following, which movie would it be? The Goonies or The Burbs? Um, I don't know what they would do with The Burbs. I don't know. It would be kind of cool though, but I think the Goonies one would be a little bit more interesting. But I don't. It's another one. How would they do it? Would they have like them have kids now that were like their age they were then, and they go on a journey or something, and something happened, and they kind of I don't know what it would be. I think that's why they haven't made it is because it's like so much of this mystery of what would we in the world would we do with it? You know what I mean? But I would still love to see it though. Hey Sean, what's the best Elvis Presley bio you watched and like? I haven't watched too many bios on Elvis Presley. They made that like Christian movie about him called The Identical, about the idea that he had an identical twin that lived, and it was like a great bad movie because like the guy who was playing Elvis was like looked like he was 40, and then Seth Green was in it playing like a teenager in one scene, and then like Seth Green I think at the time was probably like mid to late 30s, at least mid 30s. And then the guy saying, "Hey, you're underage," and all this. It was just so goofy because it was like he is so old to be playing a teenager. Um, what movie should I watch tonight? Tonight I'm gonna watch that movie, The Nun's Curse. That came out on Tuesday. The director sent me a copy of it to check out. It stars Felissa Rose, so that I'm gonna watch later. But if you haven't watched if you have Hulu, I've talked a lot about the movie The Lodge. That was a really pretty cool horror movie. So if you want to see that, that would be one I would check out. I do have to watch too that David Spade movie that's on Netflix. Sean, the Mega Millions lottery is 312 million. What would you do if you won? What would I do if I won? I mean, probably would like um, you probably used to fund a movie or two because I would love to like put together some like film projects and stuff like that. So yeah, that would probably be what I would do with it. And then I wouldn't buy like cars or anything like crazy. Um, Probably movie related stuff, and maybe I'd buy like some movie props, like if something that I really wanted, like something like that. Let's see here. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anything. So where was I? I think I was about here. Do you think you could live happy life making minimum wage at a crappy job? Me personally, if that was all I did and I didn't do anything else, I couldn't see myself just doing that. You know what I mean? Because I really like do acting. You know what I mean? That's like what I really enjoy doing, and I've been lucky to get to do a lot more of it lately. So I'm really happy about that. Um, I'm really happy to be able to do YouTube and like I said, you guys are a big help and with especially with the super chats and that kind of stuff, all that kind of stuff helps so much. Like I said, I appreciate it more than you guys can imagine. Uh, Sean, do you like Happy Days, Fonzie? He's like, hey, sit on it. No, I always love Fonz. Favorite Aussie movie? Probably the Wolf Creek movies, and then it was a great movie called Dark Age. Was it Dark Age or the one about the killer crocodile, which was really good? Let's see here. Click. Have you seen the show 21 Jump Street? And if you like it, thoughts? And did you like 21 Jump Street movie? Well, I never really watched the show. I saw the first movie. I liked it. The second movie, though, is like kryptonite to me. I cannot watch that. I will never watch part two again, 22 Jump Street. Even though it was fine. It's not a bad movie, and it's not. And I don't want to watch it not because of the movie itself. It's because when I saw that, that's when I was having my cellulitis attack in my leg, and when I left the theater, I said to my brother, I said, I feel weird. Everything is dizzy. I feel like something's the matter. And I said to him, and then I called my parents when I was driving him home, and I said to them, I have to say goodbye. I said I might die. Like I was convinced I was going to die because when I got home, I checked my temperature. It was like 106 or something. It was like maybe even 107. It was the worst temperature I'd ever had in my life. And I went to the hospital. So if 22 Jump Street is on, I change the channel immediately. And I see a $10 super chat here from Eric D. Thanks so much, Eric D, for your $10 super chat. And like I said, guys, really appreciate the super chats. Thanks so much. A huge help to the video. So thanks so much so much for the support. But he said, hey, Sean, thanks for streaming on a Friday night. Do you ever watch the film noir from the 40s and 50s? And if so, do you have a favorite? Mine is The Hitchhiker, directed by Ida Lupino. The one that I remember seeing that was like from around that time, which I saw in a film class program, which was from like a film history class, which was taught by Don Lyford. If you guys ever saw the movie Fiend, he played like the lead in the movie Fiend, the '80s movie Fiend, and he was in like Alien Factor and stuff like that. And he was actually what really got me into the idea of acting in indie films because I found out that that's what he had done. But the one that I always liked was the one The Postman Always Rings Twice, and then I think M is considered a noir as well. But Postman Always Rings Twice, I always really like that one. Let's see here. Hey Sean, I joined your channel. Can't wait to see the perks. Yeah, thanks so much, Jeff, for joining the channel. I have to think about other kinds of perks to do. I'm trying to do like some exclusive like posts, like behind the scenes kind of stuff, and if I have like any weird outtakes and stuff like that, I might like put together them in videos. I have to make sure I save that kind of stuff. Let's see here. You should be Heath Ledger Joker this Halloween season. Yeah, it'd be kind of cool to do like makeup and see how much I could look like him because a lot of people have said that stuff. Have you seen The Severed Arm from 1973 and Blood Games? Yeah, those ones are releasing from Vinegar Syndrome. No, I've never seen either of those ones, at least as far as I remember. Have you seen Last Christmas and did you like the soundtrack by George Michael? Yeah, I really liked Last Christmas. I thought that was a great movie. I have no join next to the subscribe button. I don't know why. Um, I think you did. I think Anna, if you did, I don't know if you joined already or not. I can't remember, but maybe it's if you watch. I think I've seen the join button not show up if you're on like a phone or certain types of things. You don't always see the join button. I'll post a link on here for anybody that wants to join. Let me see if I can find where the link is. If any of you guys cannot find it, I think I posted it on the community wall. Yeah, for some reason though, I think it does that. Sometimes it doesn't, show up like that. But I'll post the link here for anybody that doesn't see the join button. So I'll put it on here and I'll post it in here. I'll write it in now, and I think I can pin it. If I post it, and then let me see if I can pin it right here. I don't know how you pin it. I've never actually done the pin thing, but I just posted the link. So if any of you guys don't know how to, like if the join thing doesn't show up and you guys were interested in joining the channel, the link there is the one you guys can go to. I'll make sure to post it underneath though. Let's see here. Talked about that. How you liking Animal Crossing? I haven't played it in a couple days, but I played it a lot though. I actually really like it because I used to play it back in the day too on the Wii, like years back. I remember like having on the Wii, and back when you used to be able to go on there and like talk to people as well. I don't know if you guys remember that you could buy like a microphone thing so you could talk. Does your family stay in their own rooms or do you guys do stuff together like watch movies? Well, pretty much. I watch like every single movie that I watch and TV show with my brother. So like he watches stuff in the DVD room with me. So yeah, everything that you see me like review and things like that, 90% of that stuff, 99% of that stuff he watches with me. Are you fine what you look like without a shirt? I don't mind how I look without a shirt. I mean, I think I'm okay. Sam's Club or Costco, which do you like best? Well, in Maryland, I used to go to Sam's Club, but we don't have any of them out here, at least nowhere close. Favorite Nicole Kidman movie? Maybe Eyes Wide Shut. Let's see here. I love your Tuesday shopping videos. Thanks so much for checking them out, Jeff, and thanks for being a member of the channel. Have you seen the film Demons in the Attic with Danny DeVito as the main demon hunter? No, I've not seen that one. Have you seen the movie Pet Sematary? Yeah, I love Pet Sematary, the original one. The remake is okay. What's your biggest pet peeve in horror films? I don't know, maybe like the pet peeve with certain horror movies is like certain ones that become so tiresome. You know what I mean? Like kind of like possession movies and haunted house movies, like some especially possession movies. I feel like sometimes they're so much the same. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't know. It's like sometimes they're not always like that. So you're always kind of like, oh, it's like nice when it's something different. You know what I mean? And I see a $5 super chat here from Anna Mae Turner. Chug a bottle of water, aka Grey Goose. If you drink the whole bottle, it's all good. Well, all I have is water here. I don't have any alcohol or anything like that. But is all I have here now. I don't have anything accessible that I could chug down. But I know who you're talking about, Anna. But thanks so much for the super chat. Next time though, I'll get some big bottle of something to drink. But I don't drink. Like I said, I don't drink alcohol though. I see a $5 super chat here from Arnold Stallone, and he says, "I've been watching your videos forever. Just want to say thanks. Have you seen and what do you think of Snyder Street movie called Still the Night?" Well, thanks so much, Arnold Stallion, for your $5 super chat. And like I said, guys, I really appreciate the super chats. Big help to the channel. So thanks so much, and thanks so much for the support and for the guys who have joined the channel as well. But that movie though, I've never seen that movie, Still of the Night. It's called Still of the Night. I have to look that movie up. I definitely have never seen that one. So that's one I definitely will have to check out. Um, what have you thought of Nicolas Cage in the past few years? I think he's on serious form. No, I think Nicolas Cage is great now. Like when you look at stuff like Mandy and all the colors of the night. I think it was All the Colors of the Dark, or I can't. I was from Richard Stanley's new movie. I always forget the mix up the name, but he's been making some great stuff, and I feel like he's making cooler stuff than back when he was doing like the really huge big budget Hollywood movies, which they were fine. I liked them, but I like him weird. I think he's great. Coolduder's YouTube channel is 100 times better than local TV. Keep it up. Also, my friends were from 1970. See, these people put shit, and then you have to get stuff off of here. All right, so let's see here. What up, Brendan? What everyone is lurking in the chat. Just say what's up. I'm sure he probably is. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. I know he did a live show last night, really late. Um, we're getting lots of new members. Awesome. Yeah, thanks so much though for becoming a new member of the channel. Those of you guys who become members. Sean, if you were to step into the boxing ring with Mike Tyson or Brendan Wetmore one, who would you pick? Well, people would probably want to see the people that are on this channel would want to see me boxing Brandon, because I know Mike Tyson though I'd be like dead. You know what I mean? Like, so I have no skills at any of that. So like I'd be knocked out probably the first punch. It would be like one of those like jokey things where it's like one punch down. It'd be that kind of thing. Hey Sean, after Dawn of the Dead, what is the would be your second favorite horror movie from 1970s? Second favorite horror movie from 1970s? Maybe Hills Have Eyes. Sort of. Have you seen all the Saw movies, and what are your thoughts? No, I've seen all the Saw movies. Like I actually really like them, but I feel like they got kind of weird as they went along. I did like Jigsaw, the most recent one, but the first movie though, I think it was always meant to be like one thing, but then it got so successful. But I still like them all though. And someone says, how do you become a member? There's underneath of the video though, there's a thing that says join, and that's how you become a member. And it's basically just a way to help the channel and support the videos and stuff like that. And you get like an avatar next to your name of a hat and that kind of stuff. I've not seen Session 9. I would give it a go this weekend. Yeah, let me know if what you think of it if you get to check it out. Let's see here. Sean, what's the best horror, zombies, demons, ghosts, or haunted houses? What's the best horror, zombies, demons, ghosts, or haunted houses? Probably, I like zombies the most out of all those ones. Have you seen Komodo with Billy Burke? No, I've not seen that one. Don't. What are your thoughts on double dipping on movies? Well, sometimes I do it, you know what I mean? Like if there's something really great on it, but sometimes if it's something where I've had already a number of editions of it, I don't like jump to it right away, like Idle Hands. Like I already have the the Australian release of that, and then I have the American one, so it's kind of like the original one. So I'm like, I don't know if I need to buy it again. You know what I mean? It's like that kind of a thing. But I do sometimes, you know what I mean? It kind of always depends, and also if it's something where it never had any features at all or anything like that. Sean, why do you think that MJ blew you off years ago? I don't know. The whole thing, I don't really like talking about it too much anymore, but it's just I don't really know what happened, honestly. Is 100 Tears any good? I've heard a lot of people say it's great. I need to watch it though, but I've heard a lot of people say it was a great movie. Silent Night or Black Deadly Night or Black Christmas. Um, Probably the one that I've watched out of those the most is Silent Night, Deadly Night. Even though Black Christmas is still good, I think that that would be the one that I've watched the most is Silent Night. Part two though is so goofy though. It's like I don't know. I never I don't think I've ever actually sat through the second one. Uh, you, were you worried about losing weight and not being cast in movies anymore as they wanted a big fat guy? I was that for a little while, but luckily enough now I've been able to do stuff just as myself, and they don't, and still be doing stuff and can still get laughs, and people seem to like what I've done. So I was worried about that though early on though. Thanks, because I couldn't find my phone. What was the last most horror movie celebrity you met? I don't know who was the last. Maybe like that I met in person, like at a convention or anything. I don't remember. I haven't been to a convention in a while, so I don't know who the last person was, honestly. Friends or How I Met Your Mother. Both of those shows are ones that I never really watched too much. Day Off. What movie would you recommend to watch? Like I was saying earlier, if you haven't seen the movie The Lodge, that was really good. Vivarium, I like that movie with Jesse Eisenberg and Imogen Poots. That was a pretty good movie. If you guys are wondering about renting Scoob, that's okay. I mean, I really wish Matthew Lillard got to do the voice in it though. What do you think of is the worst movie of the year so far from those early months before theaters shut down? I don't know, like what was the worst out of all of them that I've seen. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say like the worst. Is your PC or laptop good? Oh, it's a I have a I use Mac. I've never ever used a laptop. Dead Calm is a great with Nicole Kidman. Yeah, that's a great movie as well. Have you seen the movie Burning Moon? I've not seen that one. Have you seen Deadly Spawn? If so, what did you think of it? Yeah, Deadly Spawn. I haven't watched that movie in forever, but I remember really liking that one. And those of you guys who are wondering, I'll probably be on here for probably about like 30 more minutes. Um, Around 30 minutes or so. So if you guys have any super chat questions or anything like that, or super chat like weird things you want me to do, like someone had me roll up in the thing like a burrito or any of that kind of stuff, like I said, they're huge help to the channel. So thanks so much. And also you guys can join the channel as well if you guys were interested. Like I said, I'll probably be on here like maybe a little more than 30 minutes, something around that time. What are your thoughts on step ladders? I don't have any real problem with them. I mean, I've been on them before. I didn't used to go on them at all though when I was really heavy though. Have you heard of Poop Motion Pictures? I don't know Poop Motion Pictures. I see a $5 super chat here from Rocky, and he says it bugs me when people edit their comment to talk about how many likes it got. I should probably go to bed. Hi, Sean. Well, hey, Rocky, thanks so much though for your $5 super chat donation. Let's see here. Malice and Batman Forever. Have you heard of? Do you do you have Netflix, Hulu, Shutter, or Disney Plus to stream? Yeah, I have Netflix, Hulu, and Disney Plus as well as Prime. There you go. There we go, buddy. Fortunately, I'm going to have to go now. I can't watch right now. Going to have to go watch this later on when it's uploaded. Yeah, thanks so much. No problem at all. Do you have any plans to do a parody review of any upcoming movies coming out? I try and get myself together to do something for Bill and Ted's Face the Music. I feel like I really would like to do something for that. The problem is they're so expensive to put together sometimes. Like I figure out how to do them cheaper, but some of them, like man, I mean, like I can't even tell you. Like back when I did like the parody for Carrie, that thing costs. I can't even imagine. It just like adds up because like I don't have a ton of props, and I like to try and do the best I can with it. So I have to like if I do one, I have to make sure it's like something really good. You know what I mean? And maybe I would like try and raise a little bit of money to put it together, like kind of come up with the plot of what I need to do and what I'd have to buy and everything like that. And someone said Color Out of Space. Yeah, that was the other Nicolas Cage movie, which was really good. Someone said, or Ernesto said, Boy 2 was crap. Boy 2 was like watchable. You know what I mean? It wasn't good. It wasn't terrible, but you could watch it. But you know the first movie though was a much better movie. Did you see the new Justice League Dark film? No, I have not seen that one yet. But I have heard people though saying it was really good. And I see Michael Swift. He gave a $2 super chat. and he said 100 Tears is available on Tubi, just so you know. Yeah, I believe I had heard something about that. Yeah, so if any, because a lot of people have asked me about 100 Tears. If you guys want to watch that one though, that one is on Tubi. And let's see here. One's Custom Figures. He gave a $5 super chat. Do your best Pennywise impression. I'm Pennywise the dancing clown, and you're Georgie. So now we know each other. Correct. So I think that's probably one of the better ones. But thanks so much, though. One's Customs Figures for your $5 super chat. Like I said, guys, really appreciate the super chats. Big help to the channel and the video, so thanks so much. And thanks so much for you guys who have been becoming members of the channel as well. And I see one super chat here, a $5 super chat from Eric D. He says, have you watched The Sopranos? If so, what are your thoughts? Tell me it's TV's all-time greatest drama. When Sopranos came out, so Sopranos, when did that Sopranos start? So, I don't remember when that show first started. So that started in 1999. So I think I was in like the 8th grade maybe when that started, or 8th grade, I think 8th grade. And at that time I wasn't watching something like that. So I never watched it. I never saw a single solid episode of The Sopranos. I did watch stuff on HBO like 6 Feet Under, and I watched like Carnival, and I've heard, everyone said The Sopranos was great. I don't know why I never watched it. I have no idea, and I like a lot of people from it, like the actor that played Big Pussy, and Paulie Walnuts and all them. I know all the actors and are fans of them, but I never watched the show. I don't know why. Really enjoy your videos, pal, and your streams. Favorite Irish horror movie? Irish horror movie? I'm trying to think of what was an Irish. Was that one? There's one movie when they were driving around. It wasn't Dead End, but it was a movie when they were. I'm trying to think. Was that an Irish horror movie? I don't know offhand what's Irish horror movie though. I don't know. I really have to look that up. Chucky or Leprechaun? I would say Chucky between them. What are your thoughts on the Old Testament? I don't know anything really about the Bible, honestly. Like I know I've heard some of the stories or whatever, but like I never read it or anything like that. Did you hear about Netflix censoring Back to the Future? They removed the Ooh La La magazine scene. They did? That's really weird. I didn't know about that. Yeah, that's when people say something about streaming. That's what drives me crazy about streaming. That's why I never want physical media to be gone for good because of that kind of crap. Because they remove like a Splash on Disney Plus. They blur out. That's a PG movie. They put like a hair over her ass and like blur things and stuff like that. Do the teachings of Balthaman impact you? I don't know. What if Wetway made a career-ending booty slapping video? I know you don't have Letterbox, but you have a watch list or what you recommend, what you are watching, so we can snoop into your recommendations. Well, Leo, the best way, honestly, to know what I'm watching is just because every Tuesday I show what I talk about. I talk about the movies that I've watched and everything. So that's really the best way to see it. You know what I mean? What are your thoughts on the Ring movies? I prefer the American versus the Japanese. I actually like the American ones as well. Like I really do. Like I remember when I first saw the first Ring movie, the remake one, how much that creeped me out. Good movie to watch today. Well, a lot of people are saying that David Spade movie on Netflix is really good. Do I have $2 a month for every month, or cancel paying to join? I think I think as far as I know, if you're a member of the channel, you can cancel whenever you want. It's kind of like you can just pay like I don't exactly know how all of it works. So I don't like control that function of it. I just was able to put it as a function on the channel, but I believe you can just cancel it if you wanted to though. But it's kind of like a subscription thing, almost like that. You know what I mean? It's basically like Patreon, but it's all self-contained for the most part to YouTube, as opposed to having to say, go to Patreon if you guys want to support the channel. It's pretty much the same thing, but it's right here. So it's much easier to know. And you also can see the members like on the channel because they have things next to them, like the hats and the logo. So then you know who's a member and that kind of stuff. Do you watch Netflix's Tiger King? No, everyone was talking about that, but I never watched it. Are there any certain genres that you can never get into? I don't watch too many Western movies. I've seen some, but not too many Westerns and not too many like super serious movies. But there are Westerns though that I really do like though, like especially some newer ones. But I haven't watched too many of them. Who is Xenomorph? It's like a bot, or do you have some help? Oh yeah, there's people who are on the channel who are you know you become members and stuff like that, or become moderators, and they basically help remove any weird posts or any of that kind of stuff. And I see Duncan Booth became a super Coolduder supporter member of the channel. So thanks so much, Duncan Booth, for becoming a member of the channel. Like I said, guys, really appreciate all of you guys who become members tonight and join the channel. Thanks so much for doing that, and thanks so much for the super chat donations. Like I said, are a huge help to the channel. So thanks so much. Will you give the Snyder Cut of Justice League a chance when it comes out? I'm really shocked that they announced it. I hope it makes a big difference. I definitely want to see it. And I think from because we have HBO, like the regular HBO, and from what I heard, yeah, if you're already have that, then you'll get free access to HBO Max, which I don't know if that's true or not, but I don't know if you guys know that, and I don't know how I would even go about getting it. Like if I have to like prove that I have it through the cable company, or it will be through you'll be able to watch it through, because kind of like through Spectrum, you can see like Shutter through it as well. You can kind of watch the stuff through that. So I'm wondering if HBO Max are going to do that kind of thing, where it would be, in like the on-demand kind of thing, and you'll be able to just click the things to watch it. I'm really wondering about that. I also see Michael Swift. He became a member of the channel as well. So thanks so much, Michael Swift, for becoming a member of the channel as well this evening, or this late early morning. Sean, Family Guy or American Dad? Family Guy, I would say. I didn't really watch too many American Dads, but what I saw though, they were funny though. Hey Sean, have you got Stan and Ollie? Stan and Ollie, that was really good. I actually really liked that movie. Um, let's see here. Is the Lost films of Herschel Gordon Lewis worth buying? They were kind of like adult films, I think. As I remember, they were okay, but I didn't like. I didn't think they were anything like amazing. And I also see a $2 super chat here from Glenn Parson. What non-horror movies are you in, like Grand Auto Theft? Oh yeah, when it comes to like non-horror movies that I've acted in, and thanks so much, Glenn, for your $2 super chat. And like I said, guys, thanks so much for the super chat donations and everything like that. I really appreciate them so much. But let me look up on my IMDb to see if I can remember. But I know some of the good ones that I've done that were not horror, like, and I was only in it for like a little quick thing. It was originally going to be a bigger part, but it was a movie called All American Christmas Carol. That was a fun movie that was not horror. But I mainly focus on honestly doing horror movies like 90% of the time. Like that's like the main stuff that I do. I like doing that the most. But let me think if there's anything else that I've done that's like not horror movies. I just shot some stuff for my house for this movie called Good Girl Lola, which is going to be really fun. It's all like shot about a guy who was going to be acting in this movie, and then the quarantine happened, and he had to stay home, and it didn't happen. So he got like nervous and started making a movie from his house, and it's this crazy, wacky movie. That one should be really fun. But I don't think there's anything else really that I've done that's not horror. I mean, I think everything has been horror movies for the most part. I think like I pretty much only focus on that. And like I said, thanks so much though for your $2 super chat, Glenn. And let's see here. Before I go, what's your favorite Chris Seaver movie you acted in? I only got to act in two different ones that were Chris Seaver. I got to act in Geek War and Filthy McNasty 4. Geek War though was one I really liked, and I got to play the Don character. If you guys know the Don and Murph videos, I got to play that character in that. I was called something else, but I was basically just doing Don. Just got my fierce fiance caught up with Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. Yeah, there's a lot of really great movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I was really looking forward to seeing Black Widow. I can't wait to see that when that comes out. I have the Arrow video box set of the original Japanese Ring movies. Yeah, that's a great box set. Dude, you should make and share your Spotify walking gym fitness playlist. I've been in a proper fitness mood since lockdown. Need to get some good fitness tunes. Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of times what I do is I go on YouTube and then I like search like movie soundtracks or bands and stuff like that, and then I just like play the whole album while I'm walking. That's like the main thing that I do. I should put together something like that though. What shows are you currently watching on Netflix? Not a lot of shows right now on Netflix. I'm watching that one show Betty, though on is that what it's called, Betty? I think it's the show that's the spinoff of the Skate Kitchen. But I'm watching that on HBO. Let's see here. Where was I now? Why do Wet Movie 1 get so many dislikes? I think Wet Movie 1 gets like posted on like hate kind of things, like some kind of trolling kind of things and stuff like that. And sometimes that's what happens is they come there and thumbs it down. Bill is one of the most memorable characters in Aliens. Great character arc. What kind of music do you listen to? Like I was talking about earlier in the live stream, like a lot of synth pop, kind of pop music, like Churches, Purity Ring, that kind of stuff. So it says, I want to ask this question. You can ask your question, Levi. Does it annoy you when people copy your videos like you do? You pretty much started the DVD videos. It doesn't really bother me because I mean, I do the DVD videos because I love collecting and I love keeping the format alive. So to me, anyone else doing them, it doesn't bother me. I think it's great. I like to see people's collection. I like to hear people talk about movies and that kind of stuff. Rawhead Rex was so classic. Saw it here in Cali in the '90s or so. Was we has to bend the antenna on our TV to see the movie. I remember like having like that kind of thing, like an antenna like that. Because I used to have HBO in my room as a little kid, and I think it was in the 5th grade. I watched the show Real Sex, and I told my parents I looked at it, and they're like, "Oh, well, you can't have a cable in your room anymore." So they took cable out. I had to go to Radio Shack and buy the biggest antenna imaginable because they made me get rid of the cable in the room. So I always remember that. And those of you guys who are wondering, I'll be on here for probably about 15 more minutes. So if you guys have any last minute super chats or anything like that, like I said, probably about 15 more minutes or so, I'll be on here. Ever watched King of the Hill? Yeah, King of the Hill, I've watched every single episode of that. I have the whole series on DVD. They only released the final season on Blu-ray, but great show. And the thing about King of the Hill too is it feels like almost like it doesn't even feel like a cartoon as much as other things because it feels more like a real life, but in a cartoon form. Um, do you think they will ever release South Park Series 1 to 10 uncensored as they censored most of the episodes? It would be kind of cool if they did, but I don't know if some of the files of them, maybe they don't even have them anymore, like the uncensored audio. Buy a SAP hat to protect yourself from psychos that want to harass you for wearing a mask when you are shopping with your family. Yeah, I'll look up that SAP hat. I've never heard of that. Do you think your keep your prop head after the movie shoot? I don't think I'm allowed to keep it though because I believe because like the movie had like Indiegogo perks and stuff like that. And I think somebody got that as a perk, I believe. It would be cool to have it though, but I'm pretty sure somebody has it, and I don't think I would ever be able to get it back on the airplane. I don't think people would know what I was doing carrying like this severed head. If I brought it back from Texas. Juno Paxton was also great in True Lies. And if you guys want to see an absolutely amazing horror movie, check out Bill Paxton movie Mortuary. You won't regret it. Mortuary is great. Yeah, that's a great movie. Another horror movie that Bill Paxton in, which is really good, is Frailty. Let's see here. Um, let's see here. What's your favorite song? Favorite song? I don't know if I have a favorite song. Yeah, I don't think so. The one song that always gets stuck in my head is that We Built This City. I don't know why. It's like always in my head. I don't even really like the song, but it always gets in my head. Um, let's see here. Um, let's see here. Any tips not to binge eat at night? I would say like find like certain times when you eat. You know what I mean? Like have like a plan and kind of like stick to the plan of it. Like you go, okay, I eat dinner, I eat around this time, and then afterwards, if maybe it's like in the morning or something, you're allowed to eat something. You know what I mean? Like kind of have a set schedule. You know what I mean? So you kind of know when you're eating and you kind of look forward to that specific time. You know what I mean? That's kind of like sort of what I do. Do you watch Master Chef? No, I don't really. I've never really watched that show much. Like cooking shows, I watch like Restaurant Impossible sometimes. Hell, the show with Gordon Ramsay, Hell's Kitchen, or the whatever the one is when he goes in Kitchen Nightmares. I watch that sometimes. Some of those kind of cooking ones. I do really like though that new show on Comedy Central. I mean, not Comedy Central. It seems like it would be on Comedy Central, but the cooking on Food Network with Amy Schumer and her husband cooking. I really like that show for some reason. I don't know. And I'm not even the biggest fan of Amy Schumer, but I like that show. I see a $5 super chat here from Eric D. Thanks so much, Eric D, for your $5 super chat. And he says, do you like the 2001 movie, The Forsaken? Generally, I don't care for vampire movies, but I like that one. Yeah, I remember really liking the Forsaken movie. Yeah, I'm the kind of the same with vampire movies though. Like it's either sometimes it can be really good, like stuff like Near Dark, The Lost Boys, and then they can be like really bad. You know what I mean? Like, and some of them are just like hardly really bad, like hard to watch and sit through. But no, that is is a great movie. The Forsaken, I remember really liking that one. And if you guys want other vampire movies and you've never seen Near Dark, because everyone's seen Lost Boys, but I feel like a lot of people have not seen Near Dark, definitely watch Near Dark. Let's see here. Um, oh yeah, his small part in True Lies was hilarious. I even enjoyed his role in Predator 2. Um, let's see here. Where was I now? What's your favorite song? Um, One of the rare guys I could really, who could really do it all night and never get to the mainstream spotlight. Um, Full range actor Bill Paxton was true legend. Yeah, Bill Paxton was great. I always was a fan of his work. Would you say you've seen all the movies you own? No, there's a lot of stuff that I buy. Sometimes I don't get to watch, so I have to like definitely get to it and everything with some of these things. Uh, Randy, I should check out Mortuary. Never seen that one before. Love Bill Paxton. Yeah, Mortuary really is a fun movie. Real Sex on the HBO was a classic in the 90s. Yeah, no, I always remember that. Like I said, that was some of the earliest like nudity I remember seeing as a kid. Quarter we're getting a lot of Coolduder hats, dude. Join in the fun and the perks. Yeah, thanks so much, guys. If you guys are wondering how everyone has the hats, that's a thing on here where you guys can join the channel and be a member. And then you have like next to your name, you have the Coolduder hat. So if you guys are wondering, what that is, that's what those are, the Coolduder hats. You get that when you become a member of the channel. And some people said they don't see the button. So here's a link to if any of you guys want to find out more about that one. And I see a $2 super chat here from Michael Swift. Thanks so much, Michael, for your $2 super chat. And he says, "Have you seen The Wrestler by Darren Aronofsky?" Yeah, The Wrestler is a great, movie. And that was like like the scene in The Wrestler too with Mickey Rourke when he's working in the market and he like flips out is amazing. It is like one of the best scenes. Like his acting in that movie was the best he'd ever been. I also really liked him in the movie Spun. But yeah, the that's a great movie, though. Um, Feel good movies you would recommend to watch. Top five, maybe. Like positive movies? Like feel good movies. I'm trying to think of like, I wouldn't say like My Girl because that's so sad. But like, I like to watch like fun comedies. You know what I mean? Like that are like positive. Um, so I watch goofy stuff like, Clifford, It's Pat, Bill and Ted, which aren't goofy. Those are really fun movies. But like feel good. Let me know. Well, post some feel good movies because I don't know if sometimes I see things like movies like that in a weird way because like I cry to some of them sometimes. Have you found new Blu-rays for sale at Dollar Trees? I go to Dollar Tree almost every other day and have not spotted any new Blu-rays in my area for a while. I think about 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, they had a new one, new batch of movies. Could you see yourself being a guest at a horror convention? It would be amazing. Yeah, Dean. Like, if anyone ever wanted me to, I would do it. Maybe for like one of the movies that I've done. Like, sometimes they do like signings or they have like a thing there. Maybe someday I'll do something like that. I do at horror conventions. That's like the time when I see the most people that know my videos is like the horror conventions. So especially certain ones, like Monster Palooza and stuff like that. Like especially like Brennan, if I'm there with Wetway too, we both have people like a lot that see the video. So it'd be kind of cool to do something like that. Like maybe someday. I never saw Near Dark. Is it any good? Yeah, Near Dark is amazing, Jeff. That's definitely one you got to watch. The one benefit of quarantine is that I have been able to get dollar Blu-rays, which is getting me by the chance to build up my collection. Any recommendations for movies to check out for? Keep an eye out for? Well, look up like if you're talking about like for like Dollar Tree movies, like check like some of the Dollar Tree videos so you can see some of this stuff. But it always kind of changes, what they have and stuff every month. So it's like one month they have this, but then and sometimes too they don't even have the same ones at each of the stores. Um, Juno seems to be out of print. Juno 2000 seems to be out of print, so I have to fork over $30 for it unless you can find it streaming site. I worked in a movie theater in 2000, 2001. Yeah, I was working in a movie theater from 2008, 2010. Um, let's see here. Please check it out. Please subscribe to me, guys. That's Zidon Studio said that. Um, let's see here. I saw you in that horror movie, dude. Which movie, Gage? Which movie of mine did you see? Which horror movie? Anarski, great director. Wrestler was terrific. Yeah, that's a great movie. That's probably one of his most watchable movies, I would say. Because Requiem for a Dream is an amazing movie, but it is so sad and so depressing that it's hard to look at. I heard, though, they're going to be releasing that one on 4K. And I don't even own a Blu-ray of that. I only have a DVD because it's so sad. But I'm like, well, if I'm going to go and watch it again, maybe I'll watch it again after all these years on 4K, but I'm thinking like, man, I'm just guarantee it's going to be like a terrible cry fit with me because I cried so bad to the end of Requiem for a Dream. It was like awful, like how depressed I got watching that movie. And whenever it was when it came out, I was like, I think in middle school or something. I just remember like, oh, Simple Life is amazing Bill Paxton movie. Yes, I've heard, or is it Simple Life or Simple Plan? A Simple Plan is one I remember hearing a lot about. Have you ever seen the John Wick movies? Yeah, I love all those John Wick movies. They're really great. Like some of the best like modern action movies. I saw that Ants movie. Oh, the Ants movie. That's the one. Yeah, Dead Ant. That was the one. And they play that a lot on Showtime. Like I never would have guessed how often I see that playing on TV. Like I usually like my dad's like looking on TV and he's like, "Oh, Dead Ant's on again. Is your scene on it?" I'm like, "Oh no, that's not till like the last like 15 minutes of that movie." Um, Jason or Freddy, favorite movie franchise between both of them? Probably Freddy, I would say. Um, let's see here. And if you guys are wondering, I'll probably be on here maybe a little more, probably 5 more minutes, maybe a little bit longer, but probably about 5 minutes for sure. So if you guys have any last minute super chat questions or anything like that, like I said, thanks so much to those of you guys who have helped out the channel tonight, though. And also thanks so much for you guys who have joined the channel. Me and my sister love Bill Paxton and Weird Science. Yeah, Weird Science is a great film as well. Do you ever look at your collection and wish you didn't go that far? So many movies are really just one-time watch. Me personally, no. I'm such a collector of movies, and I really like having a big collection of movies because I don't collect anything else, and I don't honestly buy too much else besides food and stuff like that. Um, so the main big expense, you know what I mean, that I buy that's like a physical item is movies. You know what I mean? But sometimes you get like, oh man, I got so much stuff. You know what I mean? I worked in a movie theater from 2005, 2006. Yeah, if you guys want to look up the theater I was at, I worked at Regal Cinema Hunt Valley 12. So you guys want to look up pictures of it and stuff like that? That was where I worked at. Who is your favorite director of all time? I really think Tim Burton is one that I really really like. Let's see. A Simple Plan is a great Bill Paxton movie. Also, False Move should be seen as well. False Move, One False Move. I've not seen that one. Let's get those last minute super chats in. He does requests. Yeah, thanks so much to Dina Morph though for making posts and stuff like that, and like telling people to donate and all that. Like I said, thanks for your help and also for being a moderator on here. Seen Suburbia from 1984. Yeah, I saw that movie. That was a good. Well, I think I also like the director, her other movie that she did with Charlie Sheen. I always forget the name of it, but that was also a really good one as well. Favorite movie you acted in? Personally, Girls Gone Dead is my favorite. Yeah, Girls Gone Dead is a great movie. Like and that movie I got so much attention because it got talked about on Howard Stern and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's one that I always really like. But I also like, of course, like Ghostquake because that was just like the longest shoot I'd ever done because I was away for 3 weeks doing that, and I was like one of the main characters in that movie. I was throughout the whole thing, so that one is always one that I like as well. I don't know if I would ever do a movie like that now when I'm away for that long. I don't know unless it was like really like decent paid and everything was covered and all that kind of stuff. Like maybe, but and I would still I'd have to figure out how to like do some live streams and because I don't want to not have content to put up on my channel for that long. Have you ever seen Navy SEAL with Bill Paxton and Charlie Sheen and Michael Biehn? No, I've never seen that one. I never even heard of that movie. Hugo Superior Suburbia is one of the best movies ever. Sean, I'd love a day out with you for Blu-ray hunting. If you're ever out in the area or anything like that, let me know. You should do an Animal Crossing event for your channel members. Yeah, maybe something like that. But I use the Switch Lite, so I don't have like a way to do a streaming of it. Damn, it's 1:30. I'm getting the munchies. Yeah, I haven't even eaten dinner yet, so I'm gonna eat really late. So yeah, I have to eat after this. And like I said, I'm gonna be on here for a couple more minutes. So if you guys have any last minute questions or last minute super chats or anything like that, like I said, thanks so much though for you guys who have been helping the channel. Well, let's see here. Rare movie Herman and Times Square. I've never heard of Herman and Times Square. You like zombie movies? Yeah, I've talked about. I love zombie movies. Feel good movies you can't beat are Great Outdoors, Summer Rental. Yeah, no, those are great ones. Yeah, Summer Rental, Great Outdoors. Movies that are like that. Like I'm trying to think of other stuff that's like that. Someone was saying The Burbs, but that's kind of goofy. Kind of what's going on in that. Um, Check out the Love of Horror in the UK. Could be a convention for you. The guests are always crazy good, and I know they're They watch your horror reviews, so it could be great. You're great. Be your first guest appearance. Yeah, I will have to look up that for the love of horrors. And if any of you guys want to like suggest me to them, you know what I mean? Like tell for love of horrors. Oh yeah, you should get Coolduder as a guest. I mean, if they're interested or something like that. Yeah, I would love to do something like that. I'm from New York. Hey Jeff, hi from New York. I'd like to contact you for a film. I would like to contact you for a film. Where would be the best place to contact you? Hey, for that, I would say message me though on like Instagram. Send me like a direct message on Instagram, or send me a direct message on Facebook or Twitter. You know, tweet to me and I'll follow you and that kind of stuff. So any of those things, and I have links to all those below. I have my Instagram and Twitter, and you can find me on Facebook, but probably Instagram is probably the best way. If you're on Instagram or Twitter, those would probably be the best way I would say to do it. So anyway, though, guys, I've been on in her now for an hour and a half. I usually do about 2 hours, but I haven't eaten anything yet, so I got to eat. And my brother's gonna be like, "Oh, you got to eat something now." And someone said the Charlie Sheen movie was The Boys Next Door. Yeah, that was the one. But anyway, though, guys, thanks so much for coming on tonight, and thanks to for you guys too who've been joining the channel. Like I said, if you guys are interested in joining this channel, you guys can find the join button below and find out more about that and everything. But thanks so much for watching, subscribing, guys, and I'll see you guys later. And also, I'll be on Sunday though, Sunday night. Okay, see you guys later. Bye.